Hi guys, we're back again. We're gonna talk about the movie, continuing. So, during the movie we have our main protagonist with a kind of a bully Viking that basically is a jackass. We could call him Mr. Snickers something. So, he basically... What was it again he did?
Piller.
What?
Piller.
Oh yes. He got an arrow from the princess, from the Viking princess of the other village, from the west. And then his adopted parents... Oh, I forgot to mention the joke. The joke was when he came back at home before he got the arrow, he came back and like, I feel funny in the stomach, and I have butterflies in my stomach. And of course he's in love. Hope you enjoyed the video, but of course he's in love. But he, the other father, the more serious father, was like, are you stuck up in the stomach or something? Or are you very sick? And the other guy's like, no, you know, he's in love, damn it.
Hey, han måste bajsa.
No, he needs to poop, said the other one, because, you know, he was like, what the hell is he talking about? I think he's thinking, what the hell is he talking about? The kind of the more serious father, and basically when he told them I got an arrow from some girl, or I met a girl or something, he was like, what the hell are you doing? And he became serious, and he was talking to him and stuff. Also, Halvdan is working as a smith as well, a bit. So, I forgot to mention that when Halvdan was back at sleep, or when Halvdan was back at home later, after he got the arrow, he was like sleeping and he was asking about, you know, his adoptive father, what happened to my real father? And he know that his real father said he needed to go, or his adopted father, we could call him Gandalf, something. The Viking Gandalf. He was saying like, the adoptive father, he was saying like, you know, your father needed to go because he was forced to go. He didn't have many options. And our main protagonist's mother was dead. Spoiler warning, dead. But she died in 5 winters. But anyway, our main protagonist's Gandalf adoptive father basically said he made that map for you, which was a big letter map with blue and some very nice details about the world. Because his father was kind of a Viking explorer / adventurer, we could say. But anyway, so he was thinking about I think it was...
Vad hände med bilen?
Oh, what happened with the arrow? The bully found the arrow later on and tried to talk with the village elder, like saying, Elder, I need to talk to you. And after that, it was basically because there were some funny jokes with the elder and his wife. Kind of funny, but also kind of serious, because she was like, you were not providing any food, so we're gonna do a divorce. Or a separation. And he was like, oh shit. And then he needs to take care of the little daughter. And she's like screaming. He's like, what do you want? And he's like, I found an arrow by a strange girl. The halt boy was basically with a strange girl on the beach. And that was on the beach because... shit, I'm jumping around in this movie. But basically after they stole all the food and stuff...
El jefe no le hizo caso, así que fue a hablar con el padre de
Halvdan. Yeah. El jefe de...
El jefe no le hizo caso al bully.
The chief didn't do... the chief didn't listen to the bully. So the bully went to their main protagonist, our main protagonist, Halvdan, his father. But the father was like, you know, he already discovered that our main protagonist was kinda in love with her, because our main protagonist got the quiver when they decided to separate when the main protagonist decided to separate to come back after they stole a little bit of more food. They needed to store... Sorry, my throat. Perfect. They needed to steal a bit more food. So she basically said, I will give you a gift or something. and she gave him the quiver and the arrows, and our main protagonist Smith was basically saying, "What the hell are you doing? You know that we shouldn't trust them because they have been at war for a long time." He was talking about why they were in war as well. And you should never tell no one in this village. And then the bully got the arrow that they left in the beach. As I wanted to say before. So
Entonces Halvdan y su padre pelearon.
Halvdan was fighting against his father. You know,
Halvdan.
you shouldn't trust people from the west.
Halvdan decidió escaparse con.
He decided to flee with the princess, with the Viking princess.
Cogieron un barco.
They decided to take a boat and leave. And if you hear some Spanish, it's because my assistant is trying to help me here when I'm trying to remember stuff.
Y a la misma vez el jefe de una de la villa del este.
Oh, the other one that said, "It's too much food." Oh, I forgot to mention. The youngest brother, the oldest brother was like, "Woman, what are you arguing me for?" She's by like, "Are you not satisfied with my food?" And he's like, "No, I'm not." And she's like, "Oh, damn it, you're not satisfied." And he's like, "Too little food or too much food, you're arguing either way." He was basically so mad against her wife's arguing that he basically thrown down the food to one of the guys that was John. To one of the guards that was John. He was like, "Yay! Thank you! Amen." They were teach to do the Christian thing.
So, yeah.
So after they escaped in the boat, they tried to find a new land.
Munken sa till
Yeah.
chefen.
To the leader. If I jump around in the movie now.
I den andra by.
To the other, to the youngest, to the eldest brother, to the oldest, I think.
Ella robaron la comida, tienes que atacarlo.
Oh yeah, he was persuading him. He was basically saying, "They have stolen food from you, you say? Maybe you should attack them and, get back your food." Because our main protagonist, one of his friends, one of the daughters of the chief from the youngest chief, she was like, "What are you doing?" When she discovered she was dating the other one. She was, our main protagonist was with the princess. And he was like, "I will tell you a new language and you will never speak of this." Basically.
Bueno, adelante un poquito más.
And they stole the food, and our main protagonist's chief, the chief of, damn it, I forgot. The chief, the youngest brother chief. Yeah, the chieftain that was the youngest brother. He was like, "Thank you, Freya, thank you, gods, for all prayers," and almost killing a goddamn goat. And they got the food from the cave that our main protagonist and his Viking princess girlfriend actually stole to actually give to the village, but maybe later on, not to the whole village at one time. Anyway, so the priest was planning using this advantage to convert, or to make the whole, what should we say, they lived on two places, so try to convert both sides of the villages to Christianity.
Okay.
That's...
Better down street.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. Because the eldest brother was like arguing like, "Oh my god, I need the goddamn food and shit." Yeah, he was pissed, pretty much. So then they decided to prepare for war, and our main protagonist discovers before, with the blacksmith, when he was talking, "You know why this war begins, or why this conflict has began, or this conflict is continuing? It's because of me." So we could say the blacksmith Gandalf guy, I don't know his name right now, but I will put it in the comment section. So the blacksmith Gandalf guy tells that I was the one that hided their father's axe of legend. I was the one that hided the chieftains or their father's axe. Because in the beginning of the movie...
Cuando empezaron a pelear.
Oh yeah. 1 second. In the beginning of the movie, they did a little puppet show Yes. They did a little puppet show. So they showed basically the brother fighting, and that the father died, and the brothers fight it over who should have the axe, as I told you before, in the other part. So basically he told that it was my fault. So he's basically the one that hid the axe, and they decided to fight. So our main protagonist decided, screw it, I'm taking the axe. And he got a sweet vengeance against the bully. He didn't kill him. He said, oh, he's like, you're gonna get scared. Yeah, he's trying to scare him. And he's like, oh, are you scared? And then he's like, boo! And he's like, oh god. And then he fell back in the water... What was it?
Water tank.
Oh, the water tank, where they do the axes and swords and stuff. And he's like, please, I cannot swim! I cannot understand this. Most of the Vikings couldn't swim? Are you serious? Wait, it makes sense. Back in the day, they didn't learn how to swim exactly. Though...
Alla var...
Okunniga.
No, todos estaban peleando.
They were... all of them were fighting and preparing for war, and the daughter was trying to stop it.
Halvdan llegó con el hacha.
And Halvdan came with the axe and like, stop it, do you want this? And they're like, what? They were like, what the hell is this? Oh, I forgot to mention they did a puppet distraction.
Entonces apareció el monje con la niña.
And then the monk showed up with the girl and was like, give me the axe, boy, or I will help the girl. And our main protagonist decided, you know what? I wanted to kill you, but screw you. So the girl basically did this, and bited his ass, and she fell into the water. And our main protagonist decided to save her.
Se tiró al agua la salvó.
This guy. So he saved her, and they basically made a chicken out of the priest.
Todos se dieron cuenta de que...
The priest was corrupt as...
Sí,
yeah, the priest was corrupt.
Y entonces, pues,
or pretty asshole-ish.
Los dos pueblos se volvieron a unir. Y se
The two villages decided to unite because the wives were saying, this is enough, bullshit, now take your goddamn swords and don't be like children. They were like this. They were like, I hate you. And the other guy like, I hate you, you stupid brother. And both of the wives were like, this is enough, bullshit, it's enough. Take your hands. And they were like this. They were like, I don't want to take your goddamn hand. And the other guy like, I don't want to take your goddamn hand either.
Y bueno, al final
and in the end decided to unite.
Se amistaron y ya no le dieron importancia al hacha.
Oh, that's the funniest part. I forgot to mention that one. After the big brother or the youngest brother basically gave his eldest brother the axe, he was like, he's trying to cut a meat. What was it? He's trying to cut bacon. Not bacon.
Comida.
He's trying to cut some sausages with the axe. With the legendary village axe that would unite the legendary Viking village axe from his father. And he was like trying to cut the meat. And he's like, screw it, you get it, brother. You get it. And he's like, I don't need it. Is that a reference to Star Wars The Last Jedi? Question mark?
Oh, kanske. Till sist.
Oh, I forgot to mention that Gandalf. Yes, I forgot to mention Gandalf. You know the blacksmith adopted father. He said to the main protagonist, Halvdan. He said, "You're a truest Viking. You should have the axe." But he's like, when the father, before this, before he said, "No one should have the axe." That's what he said before. And then after, in the end, the main protagonist and the Viking princess decided, they were outside in a fire camp, outside by themselves on the beach. And she was saying, you have something on the mouth. Or he said, was it he or was it her? Oh, he had something on the mouth.
Él preguntó si tenía algo en la boca.
Did I have something on my mouth or something? And she kissed him. That was nice.
Y dice, ahora tú tienes algo en la boca.
Yeah, you have something on the mouth. And she kissed him. Or she kissed him.
The end.
She kissed him. The end. The music was really good. I really liked the last end music for the ending where the battle was.
Okay.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have fun time and enjoy.
Da tus puntuaciones.
So, My points for this movie, it's a lot of complicated things, but I really liked the historical aspect, so I will give it a 9. The characters, I have listened them in audiobook form, so I will give it a 7. They were funny. The jokes, we will give it a 6. And the props and the acts, we will give it a 6, I think, in total.
Okay.
I will say it's a good movie for what it is. It's really fun. Definitely enjoy the music, and the music I will give 8.
Okay.
We see you next time. Bye bye.